We have new details now on a story we've been following all week. This surveillance video here showing an officer-involved shooting in New Haven earlier in the week has sparked several protests. And right now, as a matter of fact, we're learning more about the investigation, and those protests continue.
Yes, they do. Channel 3's Roger Suzanen is live in New Haven right now with more on this. Roger.
Well, Aaron and Mark, you know, these protesters have been on the move even within the last 15 minutes or so. They marched from Elm Street all the way down here to College, right near the intersection of Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. And you can see hundreds of these demonstrators continue to clog the street at different points. They have been chanting, they have been singing. But again, traffic can obviously not get by. Police are blocking the streets. In fact, if you gaze in just about any direction, you can see that investigators with the New Haven Police Department have been very, very busy indeed, blocking traffic and also detouring cars around this just massive protest. An officer tells me they do not plan to make any arrests tonight, and they hope that this protest fizzles out. But as you look at it right now, it certainly does not look like it will happen anytime soon. And demonstrators say they plan to be out here until morning. And as you watch this protest right now, you can see that they're getting very, very close to police officers and where the barricade line is set up as they kneel down right now. And you might be asking, if you haven't been following the situation, what are these demonstrators protesting about? Well, they are demanding justice for 22-year-old Stephanie Washington, who was shot in the New Hallville section of New Haven after Hamden police officer Devin Eaton and Yale police officer Terrence Pollock fired into a vehicle that Washington was a passenger in. The driver, Paul Witherspoon, was not shot. Now, state police say Eaton and Pollock stopped the car because it matched the description of one used in an attempted robbery in Hamden, about a mile from the site of the shooting. Officers say Witherspoon exited the car abruptly, which is what led them to open fire, but neither Witherspoon or Washington, it should be mentioned, were armed, and no weapons were found in their vehicle. Both officers are on leave as this investigation continues, but as you see right here, these demonstrators are demanding swift justice and an end to what they call police brutality. They believe that Eaton should be fired along with Pollock immediately, and organizers of tonight's rally say they won't stop speaking out until both men lose their badges permanently.
It's critical for us as Yale students to stand up and speak up for when injustices happen here in New Haven, and especially for those of us who are people of color. Stephanie and Paul deserve justice.
I believe it's very important for people to speak out, especially injustice against women of color, and that's what we're showing today.
And as we come back live now, you can see that these protesters were chanting, "What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?" Obviously, most of the protesters right now are kneeling, and this is a very chaotic scene. You can see they're just really steps away from this line of police cruisers. Officers here at the scene have been telling the protesters, look, we have been very patient with you tonight, but that statement was really met with a lot of derision by many of these protesters. One of them said, "You did not show any patience with Stephanie Washington," and that is why we are here tonight. As you can see, there are now some drummers entering the scene here. So the protesters claim that they will be out here again protesting in downtown New Haven into the morning and then again tomorrow, and they claim there will be another protest in Hamden as well. So a very unsettled situation as this protest just seems to continue to grow, and police officers are doing what they can to make sure that downtown New Haven stays as safe as possible. Reporting live in downtown New Haven from the site of this massive protest, I'm Roger Suzanen, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.